With the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and speaking at the G7 Foreign Ministers Summit in Capri, he says that G7 is committed to holding Iran responsible for the attacks against Israel. We are cutting live to the G7 Foreign Ministers meet right now, as you can see on your screens.
And that means good jobs in the United States. Finally, we focused intensely over these last couple of days on reaching out to new partners, and this includes in the Indo-Pacific, where we're working to promote a free and open Indo-Pacific. Here, I think it's very instructive that the support that Russia's received from China, from North Korea, from Iran, demonstrates that security in Europe, security in Asia, and other parts of the world are indivisible. They're deeply connected. And this is something, again, that we heard around the table over these last couple of days. The G7 is united on the need for peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, the South China Sea, the Korean Peninsula, and also united in standing up to China's unfair and non-market practices, especially when it comes to overcapacity, that is, flooding the markets of our own countries with new products and technologies that are heavily subsidized and so underpriced, driving our own businesses out of the market and seeking to dominate these markets themselves. Again, this is a very clear common concern among all of our countries. Finally, the other piece of this is that the G7 continues to work to deepen engagement with global partners to help deliver results everywhere. We had the chair of the African Union with us yesterday for very good conversations. And what we're really looking at is working in practical ways with countries in Africa and beyond to make clear, tangible, deliverable improvements in the lives of their people and, as a result, the lives of our own people. We have the AU that's now a member of the G20. We're particularly focused on how Africa can play its rightful role in meeting both regional and global challenges. There's growing collaboration on infrastructure and technology to improve connectivity, to build resilience. We reaffirmed our commitment to sustainable development and especially to the Sustainable Development Goals. Also to reforming the international financial institutions, multilateral development banks, to make them both more representative and more effective and responsive to meeting the needs of countries around the world, addressing issues like climate change, debt, food security. So in all of these areas, I found the conversations and the work over the last couple of days reflected in the statement that you'll see to be extremely productive and also, maybe most importantly, a very good setup for the leaders that are the meeting that our leaders will have, in June. That's what we're tracking toward. We'll continue the work that we did here over the next couple of months, and the leaders will follow up. With that, happy to take some questions.
The first question goes to Olivia Gazis with CBS News.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary.
That was Antony Blinken, U.S. Secretary of State, who spoke about meeting up with the chair of African Union and working with countries in Africa. And then he, of course, stressed upon the role that Africa can play, and it is a very vital role. He spoke about sustainable development with the chair of the African Union, and he did address the press about that. He spoke about the climate change initiative, the food security, and how productive the African nations could be, among other things, in that address that he was just giving. And he is taking questions from the press right now.
Help it develop its own defense industrial base in ways that will provide.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.